camera around the golf course. So, yeah, it's stunning. But links golf's fun. Let the ball go to the ground every now and again if you're in trouble or in two minds. Nothing wrong with letting that ball bounce a little short and running its way up onto the green.
And that is safely in the left side of the fairway. A fine start here to his round. So a big drive, and not much needed to carry here for his second. All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. A birdie putt at 1. We check in with Nota Begay.
And this is a putt you should make 7 out of 10 times. Looks to be dead straight, nothing to push it offline.
Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a... The spirit of Scotland's ancient links, alive and well at the picturesque Bandon Dunes Golf Resort here on the central coast of Oregon. With Frank Nobilo by my side, I'm Rich Lerner. Frank, as weekend golfers know, there's always part of your game that you're focused on. So I'll ask the question, what are you going to be looking at here today?
Tee to green, Rich. I know people always say putting's important. I'm not going to say it's overrated, but tee to green. If you want to play good golf day in, day out, fairways greens. That's the secret.
We'll get right out to the action here as we head to the tee at the par 4 first. Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Oh, very well done there. He's able to drive the green with his tee shot and then drop the putt for an eagle 2. On now to the second here at Bandon Dunes, a long par 3 coming in at 220 yards, and it is every bit of those 220 as well, as it can play up to 30 feet uphill depending on the tee box. Fortunately, shots that run long do have a tendency to funnel back down. You know, in this game, you don't just hit the shot. You have to see the shot, and that's a really good example right there. Excellent. Coming off the eagle, this for birdie. I mean, wow, that is expertly judged right there. A birdie at the second, and don't forget that's on the heels of the eagle he made at 1, so 3 under through his first 2 holes. What a start. We head to the third now, our first par 5 at 563 yards. Bunkers appear to be scattered on either side of the fairway, so accuracy is a must. This green is definitely reachable in 2, but it does run nearly 50 yards from front to back, so if your approach isn't on target, you could be left with a putt of better than 100 feet. And that will do just fine. Now, from way down there, a good look at a second to the par 5. Here we go. Well, that one had to feel good.
Yeah, it struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Oh yeah, that'll put a spring in your step early on. An eagle here at the par 5 third. Up next, we come to the par 4 fourth hole, which measures out at 443 yards. Beware that the rough is thick if you miss here, but a well-placed drive rewards you with our first real look at the Pacific, as you'll see that big expanse of blue and start to hear the crashing waves below.
Oh, talk about a friendly kick. I never got those. It could have stayed in the rough for the same price.
The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second.
That's the benefit of really bombing a tee shot down there. Sets up a simple little chip and a birdie.
Okay, so after the big tee shot and some good work around the green, here's the result. Tap in 3. So, partner, as always, I enjoyed it. Watching golf, calling golf. Let's do it again soon.
We got the best seat in the house, Rich.
So that'll do it for now, from Augusta National Golf Club in Augusta, Georgia, set amongst the azaleas, dogwoods, magnolias, and pines, this is EA Sports coverage of the world of golf. Rich Lerner here in the 18th Tower alongside Frank Nobilo, 15 times a winner around the world. Frank, normally we would see you over at that special spot, Amen Quarter, 12T, but you're with me today. Take me back to your playing days. What ran through your mind as you stood over that opening tee shot?
I couldn't feel my hands, really. I was so nervous to get to play there for the first time, and that was just a practice round. I think anybody that goes there for just a round of golf, you get the same feeling. You're like, am I really allowed to play? And then the course just comes to you. It really does. It flows beautifully. There's a lot more undulations than you even give it credit for, but, you know, hey, you're going to reference Amen Corner, so will I. Amen Corner, technically, is the second shot into 11, 12, and the tee shot at 13, not the 3 holes. So it finds the bunker on the right of this green. Now the problem starts because everything slopes away from the bunker. A very fast bunker shot.
That is a good... From Augusta National Golf Club in Augusta, Georgia, this is EA Sports' continuing coverage of the world of golf. Rich Lerner, so pleased to be joined by Frank Nobilo. And Frank, the setting here at Augusta National, as always, is ideal. You could just sort of sit and watch and soak it all in. But you have to get out there and play. So what are the keys to being successful here?
Getting used to the uphill and downhill lies. And you see that on what is regarded really as the most perfect par 5 ever created. That's 13. Because if you had a nice tee shot and you're going to go for that green across the tributary of Rays Creek, then you better used to be having the ball above your feet. And of course, then you get to 16, and I'm going to steal a line, from the great Vern Lundquist. Yes, sir, and yes, sir, you're playing a beauty.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Now, from the stadium course at PGA West in sunny La Quinta, California, this is EA Sports' continuing coverage of PGA Tour golf. Rich Lerner, pleased to be joined here at the Tower by Frank Nobilo. Frank, so many good courses to play out here in the Palm Springs area, Coachella Valley. What stands out to you about this one, PGA West?
Well, if you grew up where I did in New Zealand, Rich, when you go to a desert course, especially for the first time, you can't believe how flat it is. But it's also the optical illusion. You mentioned the Coachella Valley. People always say that the ball breaks towards that way. Well, I was brought up, ball breaks downhill. It always heads to that direction. So you just got to be a little careful when you're reading some of the putts here in the valley.
The wind is really whipping here, and that is a good job using the iron to sort of get that penetrating ball flight, keep it down underneath those gusty winds, and ultimately where you want it, in the fairway.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
Nota Begay is walking the course, looking at this birdie putt.
And a very straightforward look here, down the hill with no break.
That is crafty right there. A beautiful putt, and the result is a birdie. This par 4 second is not long. It's only 371 yards. It's all about positioning off the tee and then on this green. You can see how undulating it is. And if you get in the wrong spot, you'll have a hard time two-putting. Not holding back. This is a big swing. So now from the fringe, a long chance, but a chance nonetheless for an eagle. Oh dear, that's the trouble with putting from off the green. That's right by the hole, and it'll go right off the front edge. Oh, needed just a little bit of a turn, but that will somehow stay right on the edge. Okay, that one cleaned up without any issue, and that is a par. Par 4 third's a good one at 471 yards. Ideal spot is the right side of this fairway. That way you keep it away from that large fairway bunker on the left. Good drive, and you'll have a chance to make a good score here. Solid. A good drive in the fairway. 174 yards remaining here as he'll play his second.
Rich, is that 8 or 9 feet? I don't know about that, but it is a great approach shot.
Disappointing. EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour brings us to La Quinta, California, and the Pete Dye designed stadium course at PGA West. Alongside Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner, and partner, you and I have called a lot of rounds of golf through the years. I know there's always something that piques your interest. How about today?
Rich, every day brings you a chance to do something special. And when we get to sit in this perch, that's what I look for. And I don't want to see the head going down. I want to see that every single shot is a chance to do something special. That could be a chip. Maybe the chip goes in. Maybe it's a 30-footer that goes in. Maybe a drive gets rifled down the fairway. Do something special.
Yeah, if you see shortish par 4s like this, it's a great time to bring out the irons, and that is going to work out well. 177 is the distance here as he preps his second to the par 4. I like the looks of this one.
Well, I don't have my tape measure out, but that looks like, 6, 7 feet in there, but that is an excellent approach shot.
Shouldn't be much in this for birdie. Ah, yes, very well read. To 1 under now for the day. That might have been okay if it stayed in that thinner rough, but I think this popped into that deeper area.
And for a short little shot, the heavy rough certainly makes things more difficult because the rough gets between the club face and the ball. But not bad, all things considered.
Oh, yes, he gauged that one perfectly. Another birdie here at 2, and a 2 under start to the round. Next up, the 471-yard par 4 third, nicknamed Crescent because the green is shaped like the crescent moon. Best to hug the right side off the tee to avoid the large fairway bunker on the left. That one gonna split the middle, maybe get a little rollout as well. That is a good, solid tee shot.
To where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank.
Just think about it. You got to cover nearly 2 football fields of distance and get it inside 5 feet. You wouldn't think that's possible.
Oh, he has got things going here early on. 3 birdies in the opening 3 holes, and he is quickly to 3 under par.
We arrive now at the first par 3 of the day, the 192-yard fourth. Large bunker on the right is the only trouble to avoid. Better to be long here than short.
Eight-foot putt here.
Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. All right, let's see what you have in the bag. Let's see what you have inside. This one is 535 yards. It's par 5. It's nicknamed Double Trouble. You think you have 314 yards of carry? That's what it takes to clear that water. Edge of the fairway. Oh, he is really striping it here in the early part of the round. There's another big one off the tee. Definitely within range of getting home in two. This, his second. This could be a good one. Got every bit of that fluid all the way there and got it to stop. Home in two on the par 5. Oh, yeah, that's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. This is a monster par 3, this 6th hole, at 255 yards. On top of it, you're looking at water on the right. The good news is, if that's just a little too much for you to take on, there is a bailout area on the left if you'd rather play it safe. All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up. Chance now for another birdie. Oh yes, that's the right line, and it's in for a birdie. Well done. We head now to the 346-yard par 4 7th with water down the right side. Accuracy off the tee is the key. Fairway wood or a long iron might be the play here. That is right, and that may be gone. Ooh, that was too tall an order, trying to fly it all the way to this 7th green, and that'll wind up at the bottom of the pond. So the decision made to re-tee it, and now this will be the 3rd shot here on this hole. I don't think he's going to fall in love with that one, Frank, but it won't hurt him.
No, but you'd expect from there to sort of get it within kicking distance. Now you got to work.
Yeah, that's a good escape right there. Out of bounds off the tee, but in the end, it leads to just the 1 drop shot. This is one where you can just air it out, as they like to say on tour, let the big dog eat here. Par 5 8th is 559 yards. There is no water like we had on the 3 previous holes. Lots of sand here, but this one, tee it high, let it fly, and go chase it. Right, in the fairway. Now a big spot here for something good. This is a short second to the par 5.
Two solid shots, gets close to this par 5 green in 2. I know the ball's in the rough, but it's not too bad. With a good short game, perhaps birdie.
Now this for another birdie. Okay, good work from off the green, and that's how you walk away with a birdie here at the par 5. Finishing up on the front side here at PGA West with a 452-yard par 4 ninth. Water down the right, so it is best to favor the left side off the tee. Oh, this is right, and this is big trouble. Oh, that is an uncharacteristic